Good day, guys. This is the first tutorial session for the month of March 2026. And I hope everybody on the live stream can all hear me. I hope everyone can hear me. So today, today's session is for students in grade 7 to 9, but I'll be teaching according to the demand of the student I have right now on the live stream. So I'm just waiting for more people to join before I share my screen and start teaching. So I'm going to be talking about the topic. I'm coming. Let me just I just want to I'm going to share my whiteboard very soon. I just want to make sure that I'm following. Make sure that I'm following. We're going to start something very soon. I'm just I just waiting for 1 more minute for more people to join, and then I'm going to share my whiteboard. Okay, we have two people on the live stream now. We have two people on the live stream. That's good. Okay. So I'm going to share my whiteboard now. I'm take off my jacket. It's a little bit hot. So if you're on the live stream, you can just say hi to me on the chat box on the comment section, and I will share my whiteboard now. So once you can see my whiteboard, you let me know. Okay, I can see Uncle Tokwe here already. Thank you very much, Uncle Tokwe. I appreciate you. If Tiwa is there, she can also join. And then I know that Tiwa is in grade 3, so I can teach any topic in grade 3 just to keep her interested in the live stream. Okay. So because I probably have some grade 1 to 3 in our midst, I'm going to talk about Roman numerals. And Roman numerals was the first video I did on YouTube when I started this channel. So now let's talk about Roman numerals. So as different students join from different grades, I will be switching the topics according to the grades of each student, just to meet their demand and to answer the questions they have. And in Roman numerals, there are about 7 basic Roman numerals you need to know. Once you know this, you're able to know the other ones. Okay? And the first one is I, which is 1. The second is V, which is 5. Okay? The next one is X. X stands for 10. We have L. L is for 50. C is for 100. Okay? D is for 500, and M is for 1000. So these are the basic Roman numerals that you need to know. If you're able to know this, then you'll be able to do a variety of numbers that fall in this range. Okay. But one thing I want to also talk about is the way you write two Roman numerals side by side. For example, we have IV and VI. Okay. So now in this case, I stands for 1 and V stand for 5, right? V stand for 5, I stand for 1. But these two Roman numerals, they have the same letters of Roman numerals, but the sequencing in the way they are written is different. Okay? So in IV, 1 is written before 5. Okay? So because, and in the second Roman numeral is VI, 5 is written before 1. So now one thing that you will need to notice is that whenever you are given Roman numerals like this, when you have a smaller Roman numeral written before the bigger one, you subtract. You subtract from each other. Okay? And when the bigger Roman numeral is written before the smaller one, you add each other. Okay? So because we know that IV is 5 minus 1, which is 4. And we know that VI is 5 plus 1, okay, which is 6. Okay. So now I'm going to write the first Roman numeral from 1 to 10. Okay, so I'm going to write it. So now let me scroll up a little bit. So now we know that I is 1. I is 1 plus 1, which is 2. Okay. The next Roman numeral is I, which is 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is 3. Okay. The next Roman numeral we have is IV. Okay. IV is 5 minus 1, which is 4, which was the one I just did. We know that V is 5. Like I said it before, V is 5. Okay. V is 5. Also, we have VI. VI is 5 plus 1, which is equals to 6. Okay. VI is 5 plus 1, which is equals to 6. Now we have VII. Okay. VII is 5 plus 1 plus 1. That's 7. Okay. Now we have VIII. Okay. So that's 5 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. So that will give us 8. Okay. And also we have X is 10. So IX is 9. This is 1. This is 10. And I said it that when a smaller Roman numeral is written before the bigger Roman numeral, you will subtract from each other. So that will be 10 minus 1. That will be 9. Okay. Which makes IX to be 9. Okay. So you need to be careful the order in which the Roman numeral is written. Like I said, if a smaller Roman numeral is written before the bigger one, you subtract. If the bigger Roman numeral is written before the smaller one, you add. Okay. So now I'm going to do some more. So now we have XC. Okay. We know that C is 100, X is 10, C is 100. So that will be 100 minus 10. Okay. So XC will be 90. The next one is CX. Okay. CX is 100 plus 10 because C is written before X. So the bigger Roman numeral plus the smaller one. So that becomes 110. Okay. That becomes 110. And the next one, let's do DCIX. Okay. So D, like when I was listing it out, D stands for 500, X stands for 100, I stand for 1, X stand for 10. Like I said, we already know that Ix is 9, right? So that will be 500 plus 100 plus 9. 500 plus 100 is 600 plus 9. That's 609. So DC 609 in Roman numeral is DCIX. Okay? So I'm going to since I already did that one already, I'm going to be converting Roman numerals to numbers. Okay, so now let's do converting Roman numerals to numbers, and then we'll now talk about converting numbers, natural numbers, to Roman numerals. Converting Roman numerals to natural numbers. Okay, so we're converting Roman numerals to natural numbers. The first one, let's say we have C. No, I want to start with the smaller one. Okay, so we have XLIV. Okay, so we have XLIV. In this case, X is 10, L is 50, I is 1, V is 5, right? But we notice that X is written before L. Okay, so that will be 50 minus 10. And we notice that I is written before V. So that will be 50 minus N plus 5 minus 1, right? So 50 minus 10 will give us 40, plus 5 minus 1 is 4. Okay? So 40 plus 4 is 44. Okay. Number 2 is CM I sorry CMVII. Sorry, I'm just pulling out the Roman numerals off the top of my head. Okay, so we know that C is 100, M is 1000, V is 5, I is 3. So in this case, since we have 100 written before 1000, we are going to subtract from each other, right? So that will be 1000 minus 100 plus 5 plus 3. Okay, so 1000 minus 100 will give us 900. Okay, so that will be 900 plus 8. Okay, 900 plus 8, so that will be 908 in this case. So CMVII is 908. Okay, number 3, let's say we have X, 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 I, X, 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 V, I. Okay, so we know that X is 10, X is 10, right? V is 5, I is 2. Okay, I is 2. So now we write it as 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 5 plus 2. Okay, 10 plus 10 is 20, 20 plus 10 is 30, 30 plus 5 is 35, 35 plus 2 is 37. Okay, so that will be equals to 37. All right, so that's the answer for this one. Number 4, we have Now let me use M now. Let me something a little bigger. M. Sorry, I know there will be some kids here that are new to Roman numerals. So let me use something that is much smaller. Do we have L X I X? So we have L X I X. Okay. L stands for 50. Okay. X stands for 10. I stands for 1. X stands for 10. Okay. So now in this case, since we have a bigger Roman numeral written before the smaller one, that will be 50 plus 10 plus IX. That's a smaller Roman numeral 1 written before 10. So that's plus 10 minus 1. Okay. So 50 plus 10 is 60. Plus 10 minus 1 is 9. So 60 plus 9 is equals to 69. Yeah, that's 69. So number 5, we have M M C X I V. So we have M M C X I V. Okay. So we have M to be 1000. Okay. We have this M to be 1000. We have this C to be 100. We have X to be 10. We have I to be 1. We have V to be 5, right? So now let's write it this way. So we have 1000 plus 1000 plus 100 plus 10 plus 5 minus 1. Okay. So 1000 plus 1000 is 2000. Okay. So 2000 plus 100 is 2100 plus 10 plus 5 minus 1 is 4. Okay. So that will be 10 plus 4 will give us 14. So that will be 2100 plus 14. Okay. So for in this case, I can just write it as 2114. But for my young students here that are on the live stream, I will do it as 2100 plus 14. Okay. So that's 0 plus 4 is 4. 0 plus 1 is 1. We have 1. We have 2. Okay. So that will be 2114. So that's what you get for that. Number 6, we have CMXVI. We have CMXVI. Okay. So C is 100. M is 1000. Okay. X is 10. V is 5. I is 1. Okay. So that will be equals to 100, 1000 minus 100. Okay. Plus 10 plus 5 plus 1. Okay. So 1000 minus 100 will give us 900. 900. 10 plus 5 is 15. Plus 1 is 16. Okay. So 900 plus 16 will give us 916. Okay. So that's it. And now I want to do converting numbers to Roman numerals. So if you don't understand any parts that I did in this right now on the screen, you can just type send your comment on the chat box so that you can say, "Oh, Mr. Prince, I didn't get what you were doing this time. Can you come back to this and explain it?" So I will see it, and I'm also monitoring the chat box too. Yeah. So now we want to do converting numbers to Roman numerals. So we'll be doing, I'm just trying to look for the examples that I want to use. So converting numbers to Roman numerals. Okay. So the first one, sorry, the first number I want to use is 16. Let's do 16. Let's find the Roman numeral of 16. So now we can break 16 into three significant numbers that is known on Roman numerals, right? So 16 is equals to 10 plus 5 plus 1. Okay? So we know the Roman numeral of 10, we know the Roman numeral of 5, we know the Roman numeral of 1. Okay? So now 10 stands for X, right? 5 stands for V. I stands for 1. So therefore, 16 in Roman numerals is XVI. XVI. Okay? The next one, let me talk about 41. Okay, let's do 41. 41. So in this case, the Roman numeral for 30 is the combination of three tens, right? It does not have its own Roman numeral. So 30 is x, x, x. So that's x three times. Okay. So the next Roman numerals that is known, that is a standard, is 50. Okay. And 50 is L. 50 is L, okay? But we don't know this. There's no standard Roman numeral for 40. Okay. So in this case, we do 50 minus 10. So it will be 50 minus 10 plus 1. All right. 50 minus 10 is 40. 40 plus 1 will give us 41. Right. And then I said in the very beginning that when a smaller Roman numeral is written before a bigger Roman numeral, you subtract. 10 is X, right? 50 is L. So now, because we are subtracting, that means 10 was written before 50 in the Roman numeral sequence. So in this case, since 10 is the smaller Roman numeral, it will be written as XL. And we know that I is 1. Okay? I mean, 1 is I, sorry, my bad. Okay? So therefore, we'll say that 41 is XLI. Okay? If anybody has any question that is confused, you shoot me in the chat box. Okay? Another one is 62. 62. So we can do 50 plus 10, 50 plus 10 plus 2. Okay? 50 is L. 10 is X. 2 is I, like we already know before in the beginning. Okay? So therefore, we say that 62 is equals to LXII. Okay? LXII. Now let's do for 34. Let's do 34. Okay? So 34 will be 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 5 minus 1. 10 is X, 10 is X, 10 is X. 5 is V. 1 is I. Okay? And like I said before, because we are subtracting, 5 minus 1 is 4. I said that when a smaller Roman numeral is written before a bigger one, then you subtract. So that means we are going to switch these two. We are going to switch these two, the position of these two. Then it will be IV, not VI. Okay? So it will switch to IV. So therefore, we will say that 34 is equals to X, 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 I, V. Okay? X, 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 I, V. So now let's talk about 97. 97. Okay? Let's talk about 97. So for 97, we have 100. 100 is the closest to 97, right? There is a Roman numeral there is a Roman numeral that is standard that we have. So we can write it as 100 minus 10 plus 5 plus 2. Okay. 100 is C, 10 is X, 5 is V, 2 is II. Okay. I said it. When a smaller Roman numeral is written before a bigger one, you switch the position of both Roman numeral. Okay. So CX will now be changed to XC. Then we write the one for 5, which is V, the one for 2, which is II. So therefore, we say that 97 is equals to XCVII. Okay. If there's any student, any middle school student, any high school student on the live stream, you can just write it on the live stream your grade, so that if I have anybody that is not in grade 2 or 3, that is not working on Roman numerals, then I can switch the topic to something else. Okay, so that I can accommodate all my students. So another Roman numeral I will talk about now is 155. Let's do for 155. Okay, for 155. So now for 155, we have 100 plus 50 plus 5. Okay, 100 is known, which is C, 50 is L, 5 is V. So therefore, we say that 155 is equals to CLV. Okay, that's CLV. So now I want to do another something that is a little bit bigger. Okay. So now let's do 584. Let's do 584. Okay. So 500 is a standard Roman numeral that is known. So we can say it is 500 plus 50 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 5 minus 1. Although we know that we already know the Roman numeral for 4, right? So 500 plus 50 will give us 550. And you must make sure that when you're adding it up, the way you broke it down, you must make sure that it is correct to give 584. 500 plus 50 is 550. 550 plus 10 is 560. 560 plus another 10 is 570. 580, and then 550 and 584. So we know that the Roman numeral for 500 is D. Okay. And we know that the Roman numeral for 50 is L. Okay. The Roman numeral for 10 is X. The Roman numeral for 10 is X. This one is X. Okay. So we have 5 minus 1. So that is 4. Okay. That will be written as IV. Okay. I don't need to expatiate further on that one. I believe everybody already got it already since when I've been talking about it. So now we can now write it as D L X X X I V. Okay, so we can say that 584 is D L X X X I V. Okay, so now let's talk about another one now. Let's talk about another one. Let's do 1972. Let's do 1972. Let's write it in Roman numerals. So if we want to write 1972 in Roman numerals, so that can be 1000 plus 900, okay, plus 50 plus 10 plus 10 plus 2. Okay. So now for this 900, I want to write it as 1000 plus 1000 minus 100. 1000 minus 100 would definitely give us 900. Okay. Sorry, let me write it out again. It looks a little off. It looks a little off. I'm going to write it again. So we have it as 1000 plus 1000 minus 100 plus 50 plus 10 plus 10 plus 2. Okay, I can write as plus 1, but I write it as 2. We already know that 2 is I. Okay, so we know that 1000 is M, 1000 is M, 100 is C, 50 is L, 10 is X, 10 is X, 2 is I. Okay, so now in this case, we are going to switch these two because 1000 minus 100 is 900. Okay, and we have it. So because the reason why I wrote is that when it's small, that means the smaller Roman numeral, the C will be written before M. Okay, so CM will give us 900. Okay, CM will give us 900 in this case, right? So now let's write it out. So it will be M CM, then let's write this one after it. MCM LXXII. Okay, MCM LXXII. Okay, so another one that we can do, let's do the year 2026. So this will be the last one I will do. Then I'm going to be talking about addition and subtraction of Roman numerals. Okay, let's do 2026. 2026. Okay, so now for 2026 we can do it as 1000 plus 1000 plus 20. Sorry, let's write it as plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 5 plus 1. Okay, so 1000 plus 1000 will give us 2000. 2000 plus 10 will give us 2010. 2000 plus 10 will give us 2020. 2020 plus 5 is 2025 plus 1 is 2026. Okay, so this one stands for 1000 stands for M. 1000 stands for M. 10 stands for X. 10 stands for X. 5 stands for V. I stands for 1. I mean, 1 stands for I, my bad. So now we write it as M, M, X, X, V, I. So that's for 2026. Okay. So now I think I've done enough of converting natural numbers to Roman numerals. And if you have any question, you can put it on the chat box so I can see it. So now next I'll be talking about is the addition and subtraction of Roman numerals. Okay, addition and subtraction of Roman numerals. Addition and subtraction of normal Roman. So when we want to do the addition and subtraction of Roman numerals, so we are going to first convert to natural numbers for each, and then we add and or subtract and then convert it back to Roman numerals. Okay. So now let's talk. I'm going to first do the addition of Roman numerals first. Okay. So now, for example, let's say we have XIV plus XXXVI. Okay. So now let's convert this. Let's first convert XIV to Roman numerals. Okay. So X stand for 10, I stand for 1, V stand for 5. So 5 minus 1 is 4. So XIV is written as 14, right? So now we have XXXVI. We have XXXVI. So that will be 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 5 plus 1. 10 plus 10 will give us 20. 20 plus 10 will give us 30. Plus 5 is 35, plus 1 is 36. So XXSVI is 36. So now we'll say 36 plus 14. 36 plus 14 will give us 60. Okay? No, it will give us 50. My bad. It will give us 50. Okay? So, and we know that 50 is equals to L, right? So therefore, we'll say that XIV plus XXXVI is equals to L. Okay? So now let's do number 2. Let's do DCVII plus CCI. Okay? DCVII plus CCI. So now let's convert this CVII to natural number. So we know that D is 500. Okay? C is 100. V is 5. II is 2. So 500 plus 100 will give us 600, plus 5 plus 2 is 7. So 600 plus 7 will give us 607, right? So now we have CCI. CCI will be 100 plus 100 plus 1. 100 plus 100 plus 1. See, 100 plus 100 is 200, plus 1 is 201. So now we'll do 607 plus 201. Okay? So now let's write it here. 607 plus 201. 7 plus 1 is 8. 0 plus 0 is 0. 6 plus 2 is 8. Okay? 607 plus 501 is 808. Okay? So now let's convert 808 to Roman numeral now. We have to convert. So now 808, let's write it as 500 plus 100 plus 100 plus 100 plus 5 plus 3. Okay? 500 is D. 100 is C. Okay? 5 is V. 3 is III. Right? So 808 will be DCCCVII. So therefore, we can say that DCVII plus CCI is equals to DCCCVII. Okay, so that's the answer for that. Okay, so I'm going to do one more on addition before I now switch to the subtraction of Roman numerals. So let me do number 3 now. So we have it as MD plus CIV. MD plus CIV. Okay. So what is MD? M is 1000. D is 500. So 1000 plus 500 will give us 1500. So now let's do CIV. C is 100 plus IV is 4. CIV is 104. 104. CIV is 104. Okay. So now let's add up 1,500 plus 104. Okay, we have 1,500 plus 104. 0 plus 4 is 4. 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 1 is 6. Then we have 1. So 1,500 plus 104 is 1,604. Okay, 1,500 plus 104 is 1,604. Okay, so therefore, we will say that, um, sorry, we have not converted 1,604 to Roman numeral. Okay, 1,604. So 1,000 is M. Five. Sorry, let me write it out. We are 1,004 can be written as 1,000 plus 500 plus 100 plus 4, right? 1,000 is M, 500 is D, 100 is C, 4 is written as IV. Okay, so 1,604 will be MDCIV. MDCIV. Okay, so therefore we'll say that MD plus CIV is equals to MDCIV. Okay, both of them just even match each other like that, although sometimes we don't really see that much. So now let's talk about subtraction of Roman numerals. Let's talk about the subtraction of Roman numerals. Okay, we've already done too much addition. Let's do subtraction. Subtraction of Roman numerals. So now the first one, let's do x x x I x minus x x I x. Okay, so x x x I x. Let's write it. X is 10, right? So that's 10 plus 10 plus 10. Ix is 9. We already know that. So 10 plus 10 plus 10 is 30. 30 plus 9 is 39. Okay. So now we have x x I x. X x I x will be written as 10 plus 10 plus 9, which will give us 10 plus 10 is 20. 20 plus 9 will give us 29. So therefore, we will say that 39 minus 29 will give us 10, right? And therefore, we will say that 10 is x. So we'll say that x x x I x minus x x I x is equals to x. Okay? So now let's do x x x v minus x x I v. X x x v minus x x I v. So now let's convert x x x v to Roman numerals. X is 10. X is 10, right? So that's 10 plus 10. V is 5. So 10 plus 10 is 20. 20 plus 10 is 30. 30 plus 5 is 35. Okay? Now we have x x I v. X x I v. So that's 10 plus 10 plus IV is 4. Okay? 10 plus 10 is 20. 20 plus 4 is 24. XSIV is 24. So now we have 35 minus 24. So 35 minus 24 will give us 9. Okay? And in Roman numerals, we know that 9 is IX. So therefore, we'll say that X, X, XV minus X, X, IV is equals to IX. Okay? So that will be all for today's live stream. I'm supposed to end it by 6 o'clock, but I have some other engagement activities to do, and I really appreciate everybody that came for the live stream. I'm going to stop sharing so that you guys can see my face. So I appreciate everybody that came on the live stream, and I hope that for the students in grade 2 and 3, they were able to learn something new. And I hope that you guys give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you guys share the video. And for those who have not subscribed, I would appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. And I also dropped a video on word problems on trigonometry. Thank you, Uncle Tokwe. I can see you in the chat box. I really appreciate you. Big ups to you, sir. And I hope that Tiwa was there to learn one or two things on Roman numerals. And this will be the end of the live stream. And I hope we all have a blessed day. Bye and take care. Bye, everyone.